Yeah, it was hard.
Did she do that with your other siblings as well?
Mostly me.
Are you the oldest, or?
I'm the middle son.
Okay.
Yeah. My older brother lived with his father. My mum had been married, I think, about 4 times by then. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can imagine being married that many times and it's not working.
Yeah.
What that would do maybe to a woman's psyche, you know.
Do you think your mother was possibly sexually abused herself?
I've asked myself the question, you know, I've asked myself the question, because they say, you know, an abused usually goes on to be an abuser, you know. I've asked myself the question, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Because I think what began to happen after the multitude of violence, you know, the parties that my mum was in, you know, she used to drag me out in the middle of the night into the middle of these parties and start beating me in front of all these people. And I used to just stand there. And I used to ask myself, what the heck is going on? No one's lifting a finger.
So she physically abused you, mentally abused you, sexually abused you, psychologically abused you in every way, shape or form.
I mean, I was terrified of the woman.
Yes, I could imagine. What was the impact of the abuse on your life?
I think what it began to do, it made me very insular, very angry, very hurt. I'm a young child. You know, I started to act out at school, take knives to school. You know, I'd even be kind of very sexually abusive to teachers, and you know, I'd fight a lot because it was hard enough. I lived on an estate where it was rough anyway. One of the roughest estates in South London at the time, South West London. So not only was I dealing with what was going on at home, I was a new boy on a new estate, and I had to fight. You know what I mean? So you come on the estate, you're a new boy. So I'm dealing with all that, but nowhere to go. You know, so really, I just became a very angry, isolated young man. I wasn't really a gang person, though I ended up with people. If I had to fight or do something, I would do it myself. Yeah, if I had to, usually on the estate, if I had to fight people or be violent, it would be like groups of people. So I would just wait until they was on their own, and then I'd just go and deal with them.
Where was your mum at this time? Was she still around? Was she still in your life, around with you or not?
She was in my life till probably about 8 years old. And then I had to, for some reason I don't know, she put me in a children's home. I remember I got kind of expelled from infant school for carrying I think it was infant school. Just before I went to juniors, because I was carrying a knife. And I remember going into this children's home. For me, that's where abuse really started. One from a guy, a 16-year-old guy. I was about 8 or 9 at the time, and I remember, you know, him just talking me through. I remember him kind of grooming me. What, like, I look on telly, you know, men do it with each other now, it's okay. And when you're young, you've had all kinds of feelings, emotional, sexual feelings. So you don't have the maturity sometimes. And with what I'd already been through, it kind of took advantage of me. So he managed to get me doing things with him that I, you know, I shouldn't have done. And I remember after doing them one time, I just got really angry, and I felt kind of violated. And he was older than me, and one day I just got really angry, and I got violent, and I hurt the guy, you know. But it just didn't stop there, because there were young ladies. I mean, there were 16-year-old girls.
Were you attracted to women as well at the time, or young girls at the time? Or do you think that your sexuality was a bit mixed up because
I was all over the place because of what had been happening.